It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. We're through the first quarter of this season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
First, you try to run it. Second, you try to throw it. And both times, you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play and the other better wake up.
Here he is on 3rd and long. They want him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Lions will go on offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hand off to the back. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 37. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Going left side, Williams with it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Let's go. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and long for him here. Has it down close. And in for the Detroit touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Looks like the Lions going with a dime set here. 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Connects with Hubbard. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That's the rookie. Who took him down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Hubbard He's tackled with the first down yardage.
Come on now. Out who they were going to go to right there. That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. And no, you're not seeing things wrong, folks. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They just get the play on. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They start out 2nd and 10. They've got a man in motion. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets this up to the 20 before being stopped. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. This finds Moreau. He'll have the first down and even more. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Lions the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's taken in by Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Give now to the running back. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 16. He brings it in. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Robinson on the inside give. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions pull that in front further, 13-zip. Joseph there to tack on the extra point. And the Lions double their lead to 14. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Hubbard trying this off the gut. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Connecting on the slant. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Pass complete to Hubbard. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll throw on 1st. Finds a man right side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Commanders in possession. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Another try following the sack. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Back to throw now, 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll get him back to 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
His return starts at the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 34. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Jeff Okuda.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 4. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's him on the quick hitter. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
To the air, 3rd and long. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on that play. And that will set up 1st and goal. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. He gets half of the 8 yards remaining, partner. That gives him 2nd and goal from the 4. Hubbard will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running to get a front that stopped you, or you now forced to put the ball in the air.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He breaks the tackle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now on second and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Third and long for him here. He lets a heater go deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Passing now on second and 10. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They send a man in motion. Throw on third down. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. Look to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. Complete out to the right. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Still sticking with the passing game. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And the Washington first down.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work coming into the quarter trailing. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They're going play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Setting up a throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. A handoff for Robinson, running right. Still working past the 40. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From midfield now. This will be caught by Watkins. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys. It's a real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
We don't get a return out of that punt, and the Commanders will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that leaves leaves them with 4th and 5.
The ability to track the ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Connects with Hubbard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Commanders down by only 1. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Dropping back to throw. That pass complete to Claypool. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Caught at the 20-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Driving dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
This return starts at the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here he is to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Greg Joseph out in the game's biggest moment. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. The kick is good. He got it. And that, folks, is your game winner. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.